different note, technical note rather than historical. Actually, it is historical as well, which is you and I have talked about, or I've heard from you about postal savings many times in the past, and it's always struck me as odd because the post office was a primary means of communication in the 19th century, but I don't think any of my children have ever been to a post office. I certainly haven't been to one in 10 years. And so in their minds, mail is electronic. And in fact, most of their consumption is electronic as well. So I wonder whether if you wanted to strike a chord in young people, whether you would shift the images from sort of the time of the robber barons and the 21st century.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, the post office looms much less in the minds of younger people, and that's not just in America. I mean, we're actually seeing post offices being closed in places like the UK and even in Germany. So it doesn't necessarily affect the postal savings story, because in places like Germany they have a Postbank. It's actually privatized at this point, but you can put these postal outlets, I mean, you can put them in Walmarts if you want. And of course, historically, American post offices often were in pharmacies and drugstores. So there are, you don't always have to have a dedicated bricks and mortar thing. You can use postal online services. There's really no problem with this. It doesn't have to be the old-fashioned thing. But what differentiates a postal savings system is it's managed by the government. It's considered a public service. So you actually want to go out of your way to encourage people with either low fees or no fees, or you can have tax advantage as the French do and the Japanese used to do. There are lots of ways of doing this, but it does mean that if you want to encourage small saving and the banks won't do it, you can do it this way online, in pharmacies, wherever, but it would still be a postal system.